Now comes the New Year holiday again, as we say goodbye to 2023 and usher in 2024. Here in China, high-speed trains are carrying holidaymakers to various destinations around the country. Safe, fast and comfy, the world's largest high-speed railway network has become an essential part of people's daily lives. Behind all this are the devotion and creativity of hundreds of thousands of railway builders. Among them is Cen Feng, a veteran railway engineer who is now working on a new and record-breaking high-speed rail line in Zhejiang Province, eastern China. His task with the mega project started with Shihoumen, a sea area between two islands off the coast of the city of Ningbo.
The first time I came to the Shihoumen building site, I saw a rough sea. Seeing this reminded me the difficulties ahead of me and my fellow builders. But I was determined to take on the challenges, overcome the difficulties, and see through the project.
The project we're talking about is the world's longest span cross-sea bridge in the making, which will be able to carry both high-speed trains and road vehicles. Engineers have called the bridge a super project due to its engineering complexities and challenges. Cen Feng has been busy with building the bridge since August 2022. Being head of the project's building team, Cen shoulders huge responsibility as he must ensure the safety and quality of the super project. Join this edition of Footprints to find out how this humble, calm and determined railway constructor has been building this massive infrastructure project. We are now at the construction site of the Shihoumen Highway Railway Bridge at Zhoushan Islands in the East China Sea. The freezing winter wind is blowing harshly, forcing much of the marine building activities to a halt. But the project still goes on, as builders here are busy with other processes that can be unaffected by the weather. In fact, over the past 12 months, the project has made smooth progress with most of the undersea pile foundations finished. Talking with his fellow builders, this slim and deep-tanned man called Cen Feng is braving the weather and inspecting the construction site. As project manager of the Shihoumen Bridge, he is in charge of the whole project. What he and his fellow builders are constructing forms a key part of the 76-kilometer high-speed railway linking the city of Ningbo and the Zhoushan Islands. Although the railway seems not long, engineering challenges abound, as there will be 36 major bridges and 17 tunnels. To put it into perspective, bridges and tunnels will account for over 90% of the total mileage. In the case of the Shihoumen Bridge, it is deemed to be one of the most complex and difficult of its kind in the world.
The main body of the Shihoumen Bridge will span 1,488 meters. It will be a cable-stayed plus suspension bridge. When it is finished, it will become the world's longest span cross-sea bridge for both trains and road vehicles. Through building this project, China will prove to the world that we can build a cross-sea railway highway bridge with a span as long as nearly 1,500 meters. At present, we can only reach about 1,000 meters in this field. So this is a hugely challenging super project for us.
In fact, Cen Feng is a deputy chief manager of a subsidiary company of the China Railway No. 4 Engineering Group, a top civil engineering conglomerate. Serving in this managerial position means he didn't have to work on the front lines of a building project. But Cen volunteered to do just that for the Shihoumen Bridge project, as he wanted to challenge himself. And he arrived at the construction site for the first time on August 8, 2022.
The first time I came to the Xihomen building site, I saw a rough sea. Seeing this reminded me the difficulties ahead of me and my fellow builders. But I was determined to take on the challenges, overcome the difficulties, and see through the project. As a man of 40 plus years old, I think it's necessary for me to challenge myself through getting involved in this world-class cross-sea project. It will be a milestone for my career.
The sea area where the project takes place is prone to strong winds, high waves, and rapid currents. This water is as deep as more than 20 meters in its shallowest parts, but the deepest parts amount to more than 90 meters. Cen admits that the harsh natural conditions were a little bit beyond his original expectations.
Such construction conditions have posed great challenges for me in terms of my engineering knowledge, patience, stamina, and physical health.
Cen and his team carried out thorough preparatory work before they started in earnest 3 months after they arrived at the construction site. In the following months, they were busy with the most difficult and foundational work of the project. In August 2023, they began building the undersea foundations of the main towers of the bridge, a milestone for the project.
Through our advanced on-site investigation, we came up with a new way to build the undersea pile foundations. But when we used impact hammers to hammer steel pipes into the seabed, it's very difficult to make the pipes penetrate through the hard rocks. During the most difficult days, we could only finish one pile foundation in every 3 days. Every pile foundation we have built for this project has not come easily.
Over the past 12 months, Cen and his team have overcome one difficulty after another with perseverance, creativity, and teamwork. Therefore, the project has made steady progress. So far, they've finished building 21 pile foundations of the total 24 needed. As Cen has said, such progress has not come easily. Strong winds often force them to halt work. In the typhoon season from July to September, their working windows are shortened to only 2 weeks in a month. In winter, the monsoon season comes and the sea becomes rough, making it hard for building machines to operate at sea. The harsh weather conditions prove to be costly for them in terms of time. Cen says over the past 12 months, they could only have 8 months to work and build. While racing against time to work, Cen Feng and his fellow builders have to be meticulous about every detail and step of drilling and building the pile foundations for the bridge. To ensure the safety and quality of the project, Cen has taken a slew of measures and precautions. He has divided the building site into various small working units and put them into an interlocking and coordinated web of management and supervision.
In every small working unit, there are line managers, technicians, and safety inspectors, in addition to average workers. The professional technicians, in a timely manner, respond to problems arising during the building process. The safety inspectors monitor the building process, ensuring the safety of all personnel, machines, and building materials. In short, there is no place left unmonitored or uncontrolled.
To ensure the quality of the project, Cen Feng and his team have been working with 4 members of the Chinese Academy of Engineering, China's top institute in the field. For any new problems he encounters, he will seek expertise from those top engineers and then try to come up with solutions. Safety, quality, personnel, and machines. Cen Feng has been extremely busy since taking on the role of the manager of the project. Every day, he rises at 6:30 in the morning and only goes to bed after midnight.
那这么高强度的工作，就是您怎么保持自己的这种状态？
We asked him how he copes with such a demanding working schedule, which requires both physical stamina and a sustained focus of attention. He replied that they have created good living conditions and recreational facilities for him and his team to rest and re-energize. About 300 meters from the building site, there is a compound of dormitories, canteens, restrooms, heating facilities, laundry rooms, playing grounds, in addition to offices and conference rooms. In the dormitories, 2 people share a room, which is equipped with an air conditioner. The canteens provide a wide range of food and dishes with a different menu for each day. The playground and sporting facilities allow people working there to do various kinds of exercises and sports, such as running, playing basketball, ping pong or tennis in their spare time. When construction halts due to bad weather, they will organize various activities such as sporting events and group birthday parties to help with team building and enhance teamwork and solidarity. Altogether, Cen Feng is responsible for the safety and well-being of more than 800 people currently working on the project. Sometimes, Cen makes time from his busy schedule and plays basketball with his fellow builders. Cen was born in 1981. Long-term working outdoors has made him seem older than his actual age. But he looks upbeat and energetic. We can see his pride and confidence through his eyes. Whenever we press him on a difficult question, he comes up with an answer with logic and calmness. His pride in his work and confidence in his ability can be felt while he talks slowly and firmly to us. He says he has a special way to alleviate pressure and calm himself, practicing Chinese calligraphy. And his source of happiness is from his building projects. Whenever he overcomes a difficulty or makes a progress, he feels relieved and happy. Cen Feng comes from a mountain village in Guizhou province, southwest China. In 2000, he became the first person in his village to attend university. He studied civil engineering in Central South University, which is based in the central Chinese city of Changsha. 4 years later, he was hired by the China Railway No. 4 engineering group and became a builder of infrastructure projects. Unlike working in a city office, his job involves risks and many unknowns, as he is required to work and live in remote or even dangerous terrains. But for Cen, this hard job brings him joy.
My parents gave me simple and clear requirements when I was a child. They expected me to be a responsible and useful man. After I graduated from university and became an infrastructure project builder, I didn't feel the job was tough for me. You know, I already led a tough life when I was a child. Instead, I feel pride and joy whenever I finish a project.
Cen went to work on a project for the first time in 2004. At the time, he was assigned to work as a technician at the Xiangyun-Linzang Highway project in Yunnan province, which was put into use in 2006. He was helping build a bridge across a major river.
When I arrived at the building site, I instantly felt that it was cut off from the outside world. The air was fresh. I had nowhere to go for play. I was fully occupied with my work day after day. I stayed there for 2 years until 2006.
Since then, Cen has worked on one project after another all across China. So far, he has worked on at least 11 major projects over the past 2 decades. As a builder, he has contributed to the rapid development of the modern transport systems in China, especially the railways. The projects he has worked on are scattered across the vast land of the country. His job means he has traveled widely, often to remote areas. So he has had a first-hand view of how the country's transport landscape has changed over the past 20 years.
There was no high-speed railway in China before 2008. I remembered that it took some 8 hours for a train to travel about 300 kilometers back in those days when I was a university student. But now the high-speed railway is accessible for many people. It only takes an hour for such a train to travel the distance of 300 kilometers.
Currently, China has over 43,000 kilometers of operational high-speed railway, ranking first in the world. Trains running on this extensive network travel with maximum speeds of 350 kilometers per hour on many lines. The network is expected to expand to 70,000 kilometers by 2035, according to a national blueprint released in August 2020. To put it simply, any city with a population of at least 500,000 will be connected to the high-speed railway network. The Shihoumen Bridge Cen Feng is building is just part of this expanding network. The bridge, to be finished in 2028, will help cut the travel time between the city of Ningbo and the Zhoushan Islands to less than half an hour. Looking forward to his work and life in 2024, Cen is full of hopes and wishes.
My greatest expectation is that our project will progress well with the installment of the steel caisson for one of the main towers of the bridge. I think it is not only me, but also my fellow builders and people living in the Zhoushan Islands that are looking forward to the progress of this project. For my family, I wish them safety and good health, and that my children do well at school.
Of course, in the coming months and years, Cen Feng will meet new challenges. But he is always ready to surmount them with his diligence, devotion, and creativity.
In my future work, we will continue to bear in mind that safety and quality is our top priority. We will further optimize construction plans, improve the management and supervision of the building process, pay attention to each and every detail in our building process so that our projects will be up to the highest standards of quality.
With that, we conclude this edition of Footprints. Thanks for listening. I'm Bob Jones. If you're interested in hearing more about the lives of ordinary but incredible people in China, follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. Just key in Footprints and you can find more stories anytime, anywhere. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.